Unmute. Hello. Hi, Hobie Gal. It's great to see you. I hope you're having a wonderful Friday. Oof, it's been a big, I've been working all morning. Then I got back home. I just had a little bit of lunch. And just ready to relax with some streaming, some flying around, some looking around. Fortunately, as usual, I never really plan ahead what we're going to do. High science. Happy Friday, everyone involved. Wow, and this is a big Friday because, man, I really needed the weekend. I really need the weekend. Although I made some progress today. I was working on this weird programming problem, weird bug. I don't want to describe it. It's very technical, based on the Android operating system. Cheers, freshly poured Diet Coke. And I mean, I only discovered the bug a couple days ago, or it's kind of a new code. It's just the normal software development process, but it's always good to get some resolution to the bug before the before the weekend, so you're not thinking about it all weekend. So that went well this morning. But when I went into the office this morning, I was not sure I was going to be able to figure this one out. But me working together with the artificial intelligence paired programmer they've been giving us, sort of figured it was helpful. That's all I got to say. All right, so what do we got here? We got the beautiful Bluetooth controller. We got the freshly poured Diet Coke. There's a brand new city update, which is also available on 2024 now. So we're on I guess we're on SU3. That's some weird things. I want to check this here. Should see, yeah, Sim Update 3. That's what SU3 means. So that's been about 2 months coming. There's a lot of fixes here. There's a lot of general bug fixes here. Performance issues, improvements, backwards compatibility bug. Oh, there's a lot in here. Oof. This goes forever. I mean, because then it starts talking about these individual Airbus planes. I just want to see if there's any here that I know of. Boy, this is a long list. Like the Magni Gyro, Blue Mesh fixed career mode. Okay, that's not big fixes, but those are ones I'm interested. Okay, glass cockpit. All right, there's a lot. We're not going to read through all this stuff. Although it's interesting, flight simulator stuff. What I do want to do is remind myself, and what I'm going to have to do is go back to my YouTube here. And I'll just bring it up on the screen for you guys. Where are those new landmarks? Yes, last time we went to Augsburg. The city update is Germany. Hold on, I'm going to go back here. Marketplace. It's called City Update 12. It's just 7 new German cities that they were already there, but they've the cities were there, but they've increased the resolution of all the buildings. I'm checking these out here. Upgraded. There's a bunch of these new upgraded. Let's see. They want to charge this one. I might give it because it's free. But these Demos ones, they want to pay you a little bit more for the 2024 version, which I guess I'm down for, except these aren't planes I really enjoy flying that much. So let's see, special offers, interesting stuff maybe. But we should have all the city updates installed. Yeah, city update 12 owned. I assume that means installed. All right, but the question is, does it show the cities? Does it mention them here? Yeah. All right. Bavaria, Bremen, Dresden, Kiel. That's the interesting one because I don't think I've ever been to Kiel. Kiel, Schleswig-Holstein. So let's try it. All right. Let's see if we can find out our it's Kiel, right? We'll figure it out. All right, so if we're here and I go, I'm not going to fly the helicopter today. By the way, there is no helicopter, the Airbus H125. I got to get my controls properly set up for it. So for now, I want to pick another plane real quick here that we can fly. Okay, it's Germany, so heck yes. But we got all sorts of cool colors for my flying wing here. Let's pick some cool colors. Wood, Nachtjäger, Red Devil's always cool. Camo, there's a bunch of camo. Japanese Army, no. Let's do Desert 3. Or Silver might actually be. Oh, no, we've done Silver. Let's do Desert 3. We haven't done that one. I don't know why, at least. All right, so here's where I'm going to try to find it's, right? Kiel? No, it's Kiel, right? right, with Kiel, is this kind of in Germany? Oh, it is. I think it is Germany. So it's like northern Germany. Yes, there it is. Kiel. All right. So this is the updated area. Cool. All right. Nice. All right. We're going to take off from here. We're going to note that it's just a little ways south, less than a mile or two south. We're basically in the area. Actually, can we even find a little area, a little airport further out so we can have a nice flight? That's really only, what's this? Only about... There's Kiel. Should we take off from like one of these little places here? And then fly east. Yeah, let's do that. We'll fly east from this airbase. So set that as the departure. I'm not gonna cold start it for this one. It's fun to cold start it though. But I just feel like flying. You know what I mean? And I make the rules around here. Oh, by the way, I really like to always talk about what the show is going to be at the top of the show, and I didn't today. The show's going to be like every other show, except that there'll be me doing this stuff here. Let's start the flight. I'm probably going to change the time of day. It's a little late. I'd rather have at least some sun up, or at least a bunch of sun up. Maybe late afternoon even. This is one of our first flights. This is our first flight online in the 2024 Sim Update 3. So whatever that means, so we'll see if it is fortuitous. Hey, we can always fly 2020. All right, so there'll be the big brain games. That's me playing the Quirtle, the Revealed, the Tightrope Trivia, and 2 of those Octurals. There'll be a short break. I'm going to take my guitar or play the guitar. I feel like playing guitar for a while. But then there's also going to be the 3rd Lego build of the beautiful, well, I think it's beautiful, the one-piece Lego. Here, let me show you. So that's coming up, the one-piece, the Going Merry pirate ship from the Netflix live-action show filmed in Cape Town, South Africa. All right, let's see if what we got here. Okay, this works. Oh, that works. I can go outside. We take a look around. Okay, that works. That's good. Okay, let's keep the engines around right there. For you can see how that little exhaust coming out there. It's a little late. It's not really that late though. We have bright enough skies. I say let's leave the time of day as is. Now for this plane, you don't put down flaps. Flaps are really just used for landing. Just because of the big wing, it's got plenty of lift to it and that angle. The interesting thing of this plane is as it comes off the ground, the rear wheels come off first, then you take off. It's very unusual for a tricycle gear to work that way. Usually it's the other way around. Oh, wait, want to see a little bit of positive trim here. Let's see. This is what it looks like. It's got a very primitive cockpit because this was an experimental one-off plane. They didn't make very many of these. So a lot of these instruments are written in here. Oh, yeah, I want to figure out if I remember where the lighting is. This is the lighting, right? Alternators, no. That's the fuel. I just want to remind myself where some of this stuff is. Those are, oh, yeah, down here. Landing lights on, nav lights on. That's the only lights I think you have. You can set here. Okay, wheel chocks, blah, blah, blah. Sight, no. Night aerial fighter. I don't know what that means. Pilot show on. Do not remove. Parts may fall off. I don't even know what that means. All right, put this away. All right, I don't know if I've seen that before. All right, let's fly around a bit. All right, get the engines working up before I release the parking brakes. There we go, parking brakes up. They make that great little blue flame out the back when you got full. It's not afterburners. It's just. Okay. So as you see, the back wheels came off before the front wheel does, and we're kind of flying, and then we could pull up and that brings the front wheel up too. It's pretty cool. All right, gear up. Also has a retractable gear, and then you basically got that thing. So you got all these great engine effects with that yellow flame, or the purple flame and the yellow heat in the engine. And as you turn the engines down, you lose that purple and the heat. It's pretty dynamic. All right, we're heading east. So we're supposed to head east. So we're gonna make this big turn here. This whole area does look really nice. It's a beautiful time of the evening to be flying around. And this is the real time, this is currently real time turned on and real time weather. So, you know, it's August, should be pretty nice, but we do have some clouds. It's probably not too hot. So we're going to make this turn, head due east. And eventually we're going to hit this updated area in Germany. Kiel, I think. K-E-I-L. All right, let's get you moving, though. Meanwhile, we're going to stay nice and low, in this beautiful one-off German flying wing twin-engined jet engined, and it's a fighter because it only has one. Really, I mean, it doesn't really carry a lot of. Oh, that's kind of cool looking. I forgot it has some weird ass views. I mean, it only has one pilot, and there's really not a lot of room. Maybe it's a bomber, but I mean, for its practicality is kind of limited. All right, so first there's this other city, and if we go further east, we'll hit Kiel. But I wanted to check this one out too. I don't remember what it was called, but it was on the map. It looks quite pretty. And it says Rendsburg High Bridge. Oh, Rendsburg, R-E-N-D-S. I guess that's the city. And there is something there to see, but I do want to kind of check out this bridge. All right, reduce power a little bit here. We're flying a wing. It's and again, because of the wing shape and lack of a tail, it's not going to be the most maneuverable plane in the flit. But that's all right. Maybe we can get this under here. Only one way to find out. Oh, what's going on there? The thing is moving. Not sure what that's about, but I think that's actually intentional feature. Okay, I'm not 100% sure what's going on. Still, that was cool. We should have had the flight recorder on. All right, we're heading east. I believe where you see that cluster of things, points of interest markers, is kind of where we're heading. Should be due east. Okay, this should look kind of this way, but I kind of want to see there's also a wind turbine farm. This is a gorgeous cloverleaf intersection of two freeways. I'm thinking this freeway, it looks pretty traffic late at night, you know, rush hour. Yeah, I'm thinking if we follow this road, we're going to get to our destination. We could have started right there, but I figured, you know, I want to fly. All right, so let's, you know, this does not have any automated systems such as an autopilot, but it does have trim, and we should be able to trim it so it basically doesn't need a lot of attention to the wheel. So there's a nice looking farm, wind turbine farm over there. We're following here. This says Felde, F-E-L-D-E. It might be a little airstrip which we could use for navigation purposes, because I can look it up on the Google Maps. I love that we do. You know, I don't see that often, but yeah, the freeway effects with the highlighted, the headlights highlighting the road in different weird colors. That's pretty trippy. I'm not sure that's quite the same in 2020. I think 2024 definitely has a more sophisticated road effect, and I do have ground traffic turned up. So this is Felda, and it is just a point of interest. So we are going to check it out. It's in other words, it's not a runway or anything. I'm guessing it's just a little burg. Oh, it's very pretty though. Check this out. Or maybe it's a school. Take a look around here. It's got this little artificial lake, and it's like kind of surrounding the lake. Well, they haven't fixed that weird audio bug, and that seems like a school, but I don't care. It's not my problem. Nobody else does this. What do they care? All right, let's head east. We're gonna have to pick that road again. There's all these little houses hidden there, glowing. You know, daytime flights though. We're gonna have to go back to daytime flights because there's something about seeing everything in bright sunlight. There's something over there. Some kind of little air base, but I think up ahead there is going to be where we're heading. The other reason I chose this plane is it does, you know, at this distance at 250 knots, 240 knots, we're making good speed, we're making good time. There's no reason to conserve fuel. It's actually got quite a range. So anyway, and also the thing I was importantly worried about was that last time I checked this, I thought some of the instrument lights were broken, but all the instrument lights seem to be working just fine here. Okay, this is all good. It's canopy, throttles. There's two. Canopy on both sides. I don't think any of these do anything, right? I'm just checking. magnetic course, but that doesn't really do anything since you don't have a autopilot. Oh, we're getting into, again, some really nicely developed areas with the lights. What is it called? Let's find out. Oh, this is Kiel. All right, this is this is one of the 7 cities that's been updated in the most recent city update. We are definitely in the area. Oh, look, there's like a really cool tower. Again, it's got some level of detail issues that some of those other towers have. But we're going to stop at the city center, use our magical parachutes to look around. This is kind of an industrial area here. I assume this is the city center because that's what I'm assuming right here. So right here, right around there. All right, magical parachutes. Let's check out Kiel. Kyle? I don't really know. I'm not very German. But, you know, they redo all these buildings to have very high resolution textures. And we got this cool kind of lit up tower here. So interesting time of night to kind of be checking this out. We still have fairly bright skies. There's something over there. We might fly over that way. But I want to kind of check some of these, you know, ground details out too. Okay, that's not perfect there. Okay, see what I'm saying? That's fine though. But these buildings do look really good. Of course, since I wasn't here before the update, I can't say for sure how much better. All I can say is yes, this whole kind of area, and you can see it's kind of got a pretty small, kind of circular layout around that big church there. I mean, the original, like the old city, and then it kind of grew up around there. You got this port here on a river of some kind. Don't know exactly. Oh, we want to check this stuff out. What does this say here? It says, welcome to the port of Kiel. Well, in English, too. So this is the port building there. Okay. Kind of cool. I like it. All right, let's fly around more. I'm sure there's more things to see if we just kind of keep flying. A lot of floating lights there. Cool looking boat. All right, where's our thing? That's kind of cool. I don't know what this is supposed to be here. Like an observation deck or something. Just a little one. All right, where's our plane? It's right here. It's just hanging out there because I stopped time. You know, you don't actually stop time. Like, the sun keeps setting in game. Your plane just stops moving, which is fine. So it is getting darker. Let's get back in the plane before it gets too dark. All right. I can always change the time. So there's this kind of building. It's probably like a government building there. All right. And that looks like a hospital because it's got a landing pad on it. So there's one big change is that there used to be a lot more things, a lot more points of interest that you'd see on the ground. And they were all helicopter landing pads. And one change they did for for Sim Update 3 is you'll only see those if you're in a helicopter. Which is good, but it's also bad because some of those, you know, those were buildings that were worth taking a look at, and they're not marked unless you're actually in a helicopter. I think there is a setting where you can turn on all the, so there's like a whole locks here, where you can turn on the all the points of interest. So I might have to do that. That is really cool. That's really well done too. Those locks there. Okay, I'm enjoying this. Oh, what does this say here? Altenholz. It almost sounds like it might be a chateau or something. But yeah, it's getting too dark to really see. This is what it looks like from here. I mean, you know, this is getting to be a night flight. And I don't really do the night flights. But as I say, I'm just one slider control away from managing the time to put whatever I want. We can make it noon. But my guess is this might be a chateau of some kind. Let's find out. Might not be. I don't know what it is. It's just a town. It's not a chateau. I mean, there might be a chateau around here somewhere, but it's not. It is really cool, nicely done housing. Oh, and there's some kind of field which kind of implies there's a school or something like that. Track and field in the area. All right. Yeah, I don't know what that's supposed to be. But I also can't see much. Oh, there you are. Hi, Hobie. What are you flying? Can't really tell. The RAS. Do you also have a 229 or is it just coincidental? I'm going to see if I can get closer to you. Because even though it'll say HO229, there's a real good chance it'll be, you know, a Cessna. All right, where'd you go? I just want to get close enough. But yeah, no, it should, since I am flying that. Yeah, no, I can see that it is just like when we fly the ornithopter together. I can see you are at a flying wind bomber. And I think you have a different. You definitely have a different livery, which is fine. Right, you got the wood on, and I've got camo 3. But that's pretty cool. Yeah, I can definitely see the wood. So the good news, the good thing is I didn't change the time of day, because if I did change the time of day, I think I wouldn't be able to see other players live in game. So I'm glad we got it at least. I'm glad I didn't. I was thinking about doing that, but if I remember correctly, if I change the time of day, it disconnects me from other live players. All right, I'm following you. Where are we going? Where is this? Okay, this is north. This is the northeast part of Germany. So it's like the I don't remember, but it's the North Sea. It's cold. I mean, if we head west and northwest, eventually we'll get to Denmark, or closer to Denmark than a lot of parts of Germany, and we'll also hit Copenhagen. What does this say down here? It says it's the. I believe I believe that is a Danish something. I don't know. Oh, you did change the time? Okay, good to know, because I might do that. I'm trying to see some of these points of interest up close, and it's kind of hard to tell at night. I might just do that. Hold on a second here. Hold on a second. I'm going to do that real quick. Let's just change the time of day. Let's make it a little earlier in the day. It's really easy to do. You just drag the slider. Boom. And now it's not live time of day, but it is earlier. I mean, it's not at the actual time of day, but it's the actual weather. All right, so this whole area has probably been redone for the city update. I mean, we're enjoying it from the air. There's lots of these plots of land. There's lots of little housing developments. You know, that beachfront is not the best, most accurate looking beachfront, but the buildings look great, and the terrain, apparently they fly over a pretty low level. In a small plane, effectively. And hey, Charles. Of course, thank you for stopping by. What is that? So is that okay? All right, that's Horton Ho. There's that city there. There's a bunch of little cities. I'm kind of forgetting where Kiel is now, but that's all right. We're having fun flying around. I think it's that way, but I'm not 100% sure. But this looks like, or maybe it was here. I don't remember now. Because that's the other thing about flying around at night is you kind of lose your ability to kind of figure out which way you're going. I think this is Kiel. Okay, I wanted to fly back over Kiel because I don't want to get too far, because eventually we'll get to the unimproved areas. So, okay, this is direction Kiel. It looks like there's an industrial park there of some kind. Perhaps a shopping mall. This says garden. I don't know what that means. Usually that's a like a ship name. And this is kind of the area. Again, we're heading to the central area. The start looks very beautiful. You got kind of a radial layout, typical. Yeah, and then there's all these buildings, many of which are kind of completely unique for this area here. And I like that little train depot there, or trains, kind of cool. The freeway system is very developed. That's got to be shopping malls there, right below us here. It's a little too colorful to be just industrial. All right, I'm flying my flying wing around. It is definitely a vibe. It can go very fast, but then you got to be careful. If you slow down enough, the jet engines don't start producing a lot of thrust. But you got that big wing. I'm just enjoying all these little buildings here. Kind of the shape of the streets and everything. Kind of a dirty window, though. Somebody needs to clean that window. Whereas if we go outside, that's not as much of a problem. But again, yeah, home areas. Okay, Kiel is that way. Another area where the trains widen out and then are stored, sitting around. You got this tower here, and this tower here, changes shape several times as you get closer to it and farther away from it. I don't really think. I would expect them to have paid a little more attention if they just redid this area. But maybe that's my bug. I don't know. I kind of want to check it in 2020 and see if that tower has a level of detail bugs. So that building has like a dome in there, and there's a ship there. All right, we already checked out the Port of Kiel building, which is right here. Although this ship has shown up since we were last here, I believe. Right? Because we were here and that ship wasn't there. Okay, wait, there's some more churches in here. We're pulling about 2.2 G to do this turn here. As I say, when you pull these tight turns, you slow down enough that the engines kind of don't really give you much, which is fine. We're flying over this place. Again, there's 7 new cities in this city update. So we've done 2. So we did Augsburg. And now we've done Kiel. The others are like Bremen, Dresden. They're a little more familiar, but I kind of wanted to check out the ones I'm not that familiar with. Okay, so if we head, let's see. Where is the main airport, actually? Kind of want to check that out. I want to fly over this airport. I may land and do another flight. Just for variety. We could do 2, because I feel like this was pretty easy to see. There's not like, I mean, it's gorgeous. And I bet it's very accurate to the real place, since they did just update it. That I can practically guarantee you. This does not look like a place I would be landing a jet bomber or jet fighter. Horton Ho. This is a place I would be landing like a little dinky plane, right? Yeah. So where is the big airport? Let's see. Bring this up. Check out our flight planner. Recenter on craft. Okay, where's that big airport? Remember, actually, is that the biggest airport in the area? That little airport? There's got to be an international airport in the area. I mean, it doesn't got to, but I would kind of think there would be. There's that down there. There's a bigger airport there. You know what? We're gonna try to land there. You know what I mean? We'll just call it a challenge. I think. Who said it's not necessarily impossible? Okay, I've got my brakes. We could slow down. It's just not going to be easy. I'm going to reduce power. Put some flaps down for landing already. But if I remember correctly, okay, we're going to try this. All right, we're going to stay above stall speed, which is right around where we are. I don't need this up anymore. I'm going to kind of visualize this. What are we at? We're at flaps there. That's landing flaps. Might need to have this up here. You're going to have to get a line up at the last second here, I think. Which is fine. All right, 102. That's a little too slow. Give us some more jets, please. At least we are decently configured for landing. And if I need to, there are speed brakes that pop out from the bottom of the fuselage. But I have the control for that set. This is what it looks like from here. Oh, we're a little to the right. We're nice and low, which we need to be because of the fact that this is a very short runway. Here you come in. Oh, I can see your landing gear out too. It's pretty cool. You're a little high. Looks like there's a plane on the runway there too. All right, right. Reduce power here. Something there. Oops. Gonna stay on the runway here. See, it's possible. Actually, I didn't even need that much runway. It's actually kind of it's good enough. All right, that was fun for this one for this initial flight. I got a lot of streaming to do today, though. I actually want to do another flight. I actually want to pick up another one of these locations. But while we're here, oh yeah, how do we get to how do we get to the main building? I kind of think since this is the biggest airport in the area, they would have be careful. They would have they would have improved the building. So I want to get closer, but I don't want to go over the grass. It's not good for the plane. It could do it, but you know what? I think it could. We're gonna go over the grass. Some planes you can hurt the landing gear, and you can kind of see that we're kicking up the dirt and making tracks, which is cool. I have no problem with that. And it's kind of uneven terrain, so we're kind of a bumpy ride, but we should be fine as long as we don't go too fast. Should not be messing up our landing gear. Just taking it at a nice slow speed here. And we're going to take a little screenshot. Get here on the flat ground here. Yeah, I've seen that happen. It's annoying. As I said, yeah, and I don't know. It could be a bug because it shouldn't happen that way. Anyway, I want to open up the canopy. Canopy open. It's got that great sliding action. You can see that these planes structurally were made out of a lot of wood. I think the wing structure is wood. You've never flown this before. Oh, I've flown this a million times. So you got the canopy open there. You got those two jet engines. It's got a really cool a starting system where you have to effectively get out of the plane and start the engines from the front, which is kind of apparently realistic. It's the only plane of its kind that does that. All right, I'm going to jump out of here, take a quick screenshot, and there'll be a second flight over another because I'm trying. I don't want to do these city update things forever. But I'm going to look at the. Let's see if it's get down. Take a nice. Yeah, I want to get this building here. There we go. Nice and flat. There we go. It's coming. And we are in Germany, so that's a good, reasonable. I don't know where I want to take this point drone. I'm trying to get something unusual here. Maybe just from back here. It's got to be recognizable as a plane, but it's got such an amazing shape. That bat wing shape. So, I don't know. Apparently they made a few of them, but not very many. All right, what was I saying? Oh, yeah, I want to find another place in... hold on, let me get back to the main menu. This will just take a second. On that list, because I remember Kiel... but I actually want, there were some of them, there's some like actual point of interest I want to find. And here's how we're going to do this. Give me 1 second here. I want to bring up my YouTube. Look through my history. Yeah, I don't want to show my YouTube front page necessarily. Where was this? Microsoft Flight Simulator Update 12. All right, there's this. Yeah, I want to look for not a city, but a specific cool-looking point of, like a dealio. Like, okay, so we saw the port of Kiel. That's what we saw today. And what we saw the last thing is Augsburg, but then there's a bunch of things in between. Okay, so yeah, that looks familiar. Oh, in the canal, we saw the canal. All right, we saw this. Elbe, but I want to see oh, too loud. There's gonna be Bremen. We're gonna get to all these. I think something here is like a just a specific thing. This one, Teutoburg Forest. Do you think we could find this from that description? Oh, that's really fast too. Hold on a second here. This could be a navigational challenge. North Rhine-Westphalia, but I want to find this thing. I mean, it's this huge statue and a giant tower, and if we can find this, I'll be really impressed. But the issue is it's not necessarily marked on the map. You kind of have to know where it is. It is in its real location. Teutoburg Forest in Augustdorf, Germany. Okay, and does it show kind of where the cool thingy is? Okay, so it's next to Augustdorf, Where's the nearest aeropuerto? That might be trickier. Bielefeld. That's definitely going to have. Let's see if I can find it. Let's see. Okay, free flight. Search for Bielefeld. Oops, wrong one. Bielefeld. Oh, it does. Perfect. All right, we're gonna find this place. I'm gonna use a different plane just for variety. Because it is due southeast and not that far. It's about 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12, 14. It's about 18 miles due southeast. And I think we should be able to find it once we're there. A different plane. Let me get that set up just for variety. It has to be reasonably fast, but nothing crazy. We'll probably fly... Yeah, I don't want to fly another jet just for variety here. Variety purposes. I gotta fly that Eurocopter EC-135 though. It does look badass. I want to get my trim set up on my controller. So hopefully this weekend we'll do some helicopter flying for sure. They gave us a brand new free helicopter and it should work. I expect it will work. It's a new one. Okay, what do we got here? Not gonna. Yeah, they've made some fixes to the Magni, so I do kind of want to fly it, but it's a little far for that kind of flying. And I do want to check the other. It's pretty twitchy. Well, that's not what I want to hear. I want to hear it to be nice and smooth. All right, we're gonna fly the F-86 and just make a little flight. It's from BEDLI southeast to wherever this thing is. We'll find it. It's south. It's right around here, southeast of BE. And there's a couple other places, but this one's definitely big enough. Start on the runway. I'm going to adjust the time of day when we get in there. Just takes a second. Yeah, and then I'm really excited about another Lego build, but we're only the third out of 5. But I'm planning on finishing it. I see you there. I plan on finishing it on Sunday, showing it off a lot. All right, it's way too late, but give me a second. We're going to change the time of day to earlier in the day. Just make it earlier in the afternoon. Oh, is that the plane I wanted? Oh, right. We're stacked. That's fine. Let's see. All right, get my engine going. There we go. We're both heading out at the exact same time. You're definitely fat. Hey, you got 2 jets. But I love that takeoff sequence. And gear up, flaps up. All right, southeast. So as usual, we're going to make a nice left turn here to head southeast. And due southeast. It's going to be a ways. Well, 20 miles. And it should definitely start getting into some terrain, some recognizable terrain. Your plane should definitely be able to keep up. But again, as we get further out this direction, you got to get a lot of negative trim on this plane to keep the nose down. So I'm working on that. This also has a point of interest on it. I'm going to check it out. I do really enjoy the F-86. It's got that vintage jet feel, all that analog instrumentation, pre-digital. And it's, of course, a real plane. The F-86 was very successful. They made a lot of them. Plane in the 50s. It countered the MiG-21 and the MiG-17. Or actually, I think 17, but that's still, there's some kind of something here. It's just this something, some kind of house, some kind of factory or something there. Seems worth pointing out, so they pointed it out. Oh, cheap viewers. All right, we're heading southeast. Hopefully we will find this weird building that they added in the forest. But if we don't, that's fine. Eventually we will. But we're definitely heading the right direction. Southeast, so we're on this road here. We're going to kind of stay along this road. Because it should go right by the forest. We got another 20 miles to go, though. So that's our that's my reference there. Because I see this on Google Maps too. It's a real place. And again, when they say they've updated an area, they update a pretty large area. Yeah, well, all of the helicopters have been twitchy in 2024 compared to 2020, and they were not that easy to control in 2020. So it kind of I would definitely spend some time with it. But if I just can't get into it, I don't enjoy flying them. I'm just not going to. All right, so what does this say here? Because I may have to pause and enter this on the map so I kind of know where I am. It's an airport. I mean, I kind of know where I am. I just want to follow. Actually, I'm 100% sure I know where I am. We're definitely going the right direction. Let's just keep going. Beautiful rolling terrain. And again, the area we're going is a forest. There you go. You're in the pew. There in the picture. Yeah, you're definitely faster than me. You got 2 jet engines now. I got 1. But that flying wing bomber design, 2-engine or jet, whatever, was actually designed before this one, which is, I think, the early 50s. They might have been right around the same time. So this is Bad Lippspringe. And Bad means like south. Oh, it's a vertigo. Yeah, I don't have the vertigo, so that's why it's just showing whatever you were in last time. Got it. But yeah, so yeah, because I don't have that particular jet, I think it's doing the right thing, which is rather than using a generic one, it uses the last one that it did successfully load. I think that's new too. Okay, so this is Bad Lippspringe. I think Bad just means south, right, in German or something. It's just a direction. Doesn't mean it's a bad place. It's a good place. It's just south of some other place, I think, or north. I forgot which direction Bad is in German. All right, maybe we have Haxterberg over there. Okay. I've never flown around this area. These place names do not seem familiar, which is really cool. Again, this engine, like the engines on the flying wing, have that great effect. So wingspan setting doesn't do anything. Bomb targets don't do anything. Windshield systems. Uh-oh, we don't want to run into the wind turbines. I don't mind. Still getting a real nose up configuration here. Trying to keep the nose down. Oh yeah, something up ahead must be what we're looking for. It's another 10-minute flight though, I imagine. Yeah, well anyway, the Vertigo is pretty powerful though. My understanding is one of the faster propeller planes. Not a jet though. So I don't know. You should be able to keep up at 210. Yeah, looks like you easily can. But yeah, you're not actually in that flying wing. It would also be cool if I had the Vertigo. It does look. I know it's a real plane. Oh, okay. I'm watching. I'm just gonna fly straight. Yeah, that's about as close as we can get formation-wise. It's not that easy to really fly in formation. I mean, obviously, the person in the less the less aerobatic plane should be just flying straight, and you're in a more aerobatic plane. But also, yeah, I don't want to get too much altitude here. more negative trim. There we go. All right. Oh yeah. What else is it? I'm looking for other points of interest here. That one says, I can't pronounce it, but it's something. We're still heading, I think, in the right direction, southeast. And ahead, there should definitely be a point of interest. Again, it's a solid another 10 minutes. Plus, I'm having trouble keeping my nose down. I want to go fast. Hello. Hello. No. All right. That's about right. So we need about that much negative 23 trim to keep the nose. And again, it is related to fuel load. As you use fuel in these planes, it does tend to make them lighter in the nose area, I believe. Okay, something up here will hopefully help identify where we're going. But I can't be 100% sure. It might be off that direction. Okay. So I am going to look this up. Varberg Airfield. In Diemelstadt. Yeah, I don't think that's where we are. Why is my nose so light? Varberg Airfield. What's over there? That says Diehausen. Let me see if I can find that one. It's also right around there. Okay, so that's definitely where we are. Let's see. Teutoburg Forest. It's a tricky one. I think it is this direction here. More, oh yeah, more east. I think it's due east from here, as a matter of fact. So let's head out. Also, I want to see what this place is anyway. So we're gonna make a due east turn here. I think we're way too far to the west of where we want to be. Yeah, well, we might find it. It might not. I'm just trying to use. Okay, that is Warburg. Okay, cool. Or Varberg. And yeah, and I think if that's due east of where we need to be. But I do want to find Augustdorf, because that's definitely where we want to be. I think it's going to kind of be this direction. I don't know, though. I'm going pretty fast now, by the way. Let's see, what is that one? Got some more pretty... Anyway, it's a beautiful flight. I'm enjoying it. I want to get a little lower so we can appreciate the details. I'm just trying to make sure my my nose stays... doesn't just want to climb all the time. There's got to be some amount of negative trim I can give this thing. 27. I don't know. Still a beautiful plane. What is this place here? That's an interesting looking name. Let me see if that's on the map. Hofgeismar. Having trouble Really? According to this, we need to be heading northwest, back towards where we're going. Interesting. Okay, that's all right. We've just been flying a lot more than we needed to. I've been enjoying the area. So, who knows? Who knows? But we want to be flying back due northwest. It was a lot closer, I think, to our original place. But I'm still really enjoying this rolling, this rolling terrain of northern Germany. Actually, central Germany. I'm not really sure. Beautiful. Yeah, if we can't find it in the next 5-10 minutes, though, I'm going to call it the flight segment. I don't really have anything going on this afternoon, though, so I can stream for a long period of time. And I do like flying this plane. At some point I am going to want to land. Now it's got less need for all that negative trim. But it's a land of rolling hills and wind turbines. Power generating. Germany's pretty green in the way it generates electricity, and there's your wind turbines for them. Bird killers. Wow, that's a good one. Yeah, you can really get going in that plane. But it is the vertigo, not the jet. But yeah, this is about the altitude I want to maintain. Yeah, if it's not one of these markers, but it's not that far. But yeah, this is the actual terrain I expect to be flying over. That's more foresty here, hilly. If we're going to find this point of interest. But I also hope it's going to be marked on the map. I don't know for sure. There's a beautiful little valley with a town in it. I don't know what town it is, but it's gorgeous. So thank you for, Sobo has given a lot of love to Germany in terms of the how it looks. Why is this audio up? You guys, by the way, I just noticed that my audio output capture for the game is turned off. So you weren't hearing anything but me talking and no jet sounds or cool sounds of the canopy opening and closing or that beeping sound. Or like when I got out of the plane, those wild, stupid sounds. And I don't know how long that's been, but I want the audio output to be on. Oh, that's a cool looking farm here. Or that's like a solar. Those are solar panels. Yeah. So that's a solar farm. Okay. It was my intention that you can hear the game like you can now, and I just didn't notice until now that it was red. I don't know how long it's been that way, but all I can do is say probably nobody else would have said, "Oh yeah, your game audio is kind of low," as in not present. But I would that would only affect the flight sim segment, obviously. Another gorgeous storybook land German town. And then this is interesting. Okay, this is Brakel, Brakel, and I will be looking there to see if we can update where we are and figure out what the Okay, so yeah, again, we're still wanting to head northwest. But this is, there's a little town Brakel. It's another couple miles. Beautiful, like all these cool little buildings. And it's not a tiny town, but not huge either. Mid-sized German city. Beautiful. All right, so yeah, what are we heading? Northwest? Okay, northwest. And we'll hopefully find this point of interest that I've been looking for in the next 5 minutes. Because other than that, we're moving on to the big brain games. And then there's going to be music and an hour of Lego building. So I'm going to be here forever. It takes me about 2 hours. It takes me about an hour to build 2 bags of Lego, and I have 6 left. I built 2 bags, per session. Thus, the 10 bags, meaning 5 sessions. But it's coming along. The hull looks great of the Going Merry pirate ship. Okay, so this is Nilheim. Okay. Again, more rolling fields, hills, a little copse of trees, and like a mini village there. It's just really, really stunning. And this one here is also being called out as a point of interest, so we're going to fly over it. We've seen a lot of interesting points of interest today. And that's the name of the game. This is Nieheim, not Nielheim. Okay, fine. N-I-E. And it looks like it's got a little college or school. Gorgeous little town here. Oh, stunning. Look at that. So nice. Nieheim. Alright. Alright, northwest, this way. Oh, and there's Stenheim. But I don't want to miss our point of interest, which is over this way. Steinheim. Another beautiful little town. And we should be there in a minute or two. I kind of see where we're going at this point. I think it's basically right over here. And we should be there in a couple minutes. And if not, it's fine. I had a great time. We may not have time to actually do a landing on this plane, but I've done it a million times. Definitely getting kind of a... Oh, you know what? You probably had to figure out on your own, and I didn't tell you this, that I switched back to the US West server. I should have mentioned that. I'm not like trying to ditch you. Obviously, you found it. But the reason why I was on US East is because I was trying to hook up with LD Silver, this well-known Sea of Thieves streamer. Okay, there's this here. This is something I think that's part of the update here. This little tower up here, right? There's the tower up here, and then the foresty thing is now where is it? The forest. I kind of wonder whether it's like right around here. Another really cool, very elaborate set of buildings, power, solar. There's a bunch of power, combined different power generation over there. Really cool here. I mean, it's got to be over here, this thing over here, right? Hopefully, because it's always designed to have a good we'll know in a second. A good view from where it is. It's this huge statue or whatever on top of a building. And if it's not here, I have no idea where it is. But let's find out. We'll be there in a second. It is a point of interest. It is in the correct location. We will be putting our magical parachutes on and jumping out and checking it out. Now you can hear the actual whine of the plane. But these rolling hills are beautiful. They got all sorts of little houses and estates on them. And then we're going to check out this really cool, I guess, whatever it is, that they've recently updated in-game. For free. Alright, so where's the word? Oh, hold on here. And we're going to stop right in front of it. That's what it is. It is what it is. We're getting our magical parachutes on. We're descending to a very close height. I guess that's some kind of Roman... I don't know, dude. Roman... It's got the wings on the helmet. And then there's this stone. I just want to check out that brickwork here. The stonework here. So you go up there. You go through up those stairs. There's presumably inside. There's a door and circular stairs that go up the inside of it because you... Right? I assume, well, actually, yeah, you probably can get up to this area here from the inside. It doesn't really show how you do that. That's fine. But I bet you can get up here. Well, they probably don't let people up there. And then down here, I guess there's a visitor center or something. And there's one of those cell phone towers. And It does seem like it's more than just a cell phone tower, you know, more than just a place for a cell phone tower. There's just a lot of parking. And, but yeah, you get up there and you get a great view. There's some people who live right around here too. So the point appears, I guess you get high up enough and you can kind of see this whole view here. It's like a nice view. All right, back in the plane. And there's this statue. There's us. Back in the plane. All right, I've made a command decision. Let's go. Oh yeah, and there's this cool, really big antenna over there. Command decision. Yeah, I actually am going to land. It's too much fun. We're actually right close to that airport we took off from. That's where we're going. And it has quite a nice long landing field, right? Runway, we call it. Okay, which one is it? It's this one here. So, I think this is where we took off from. I don't know for sure. Yeah, yeah, I think we want to land at the one that's further out, not this one. So I'm passing this one. There's one that's just up ahead. We're going to land at here. This EDLI. Actually, that's not the one we landed at. We took off from either. It's this much bigger one over here. Yeah, let's land at the big one. It's to the west. A little further out, but that's fine. Yeah, these little airports are a little too small to operate this jet. It needs a decent sized runway, so we're going to land it over the ETUG. It's not very far. But it's a little, it's due west. And that'll give us a chance for a little bit more flying. I don't mind. I like it. Yeah, they could have shown the name, that name of it. Yes, what they called it there in the thing, rather than just saying Teutoburg Forest. Teutoburg Forest. I agree. I don't mind that they can make it a little hard, make it a little bit of a hunt to find these things. And what's this here? It's Schaffholdstücken. I can't pronounce any of these words. What's up? What's up? What's wrong with you Germans? That's not Germans are great. But this is cool. This is a new area here, updated. Beautiful. Their intention is to do the entire country of Germany down to 3 centimeter detail, which is pretty ambitious. All right, I'm gonna see if we can land. Right, this is the one I wanted to land at. Yeah, it's up here. It's not that though, by the way. It's another little point of interest. Oh yeah, do these work? Yeah, those do work. My air brakes do work, which is good. Gonna need them. This plane has adjustable air brakes on the rear of the fuselage. And those doors that pop out are hydraulically controlled. And I can control them with my little analog control here. It's really fun. One of my favorite features. The airport we're gonna land off is back this way. It's over there. So we're gonna start establishing a nice line up here. We're just a couple miles out. I'm not sure this is the same one we took off from. So we're going to have to find out. All right, I want to start putting some flaps down. And some gear down. Let's see how close are we here. Oh, I'm kind of trying to. I'm landing on the wrong runway. We can fix that. Okay, gear down, right? Gear down. Hello. There we go. We're coming down. We want to land. That's fine. We're at a navigational point here. I'm going to get backed up to a little bit of regular trim here. 0 trim is going to be good. Get a little juice going on the engines. Fly low over the town here. For our landing. We're configured for landing with flaps and gears. In just a second, we'll see the runway. It's right there. Well, it's right up here. It's where Hobie is. Already landed. Beautiful industrial zone right here. Checking all these areas out. I'm not sure this is specifically an area that's been improved, but it looks darn good. It's really, you know, it's a little hard to tell from an altitude, but it looks very, very good. You don't need this up anymore. See the runway, visually acquired runway. Now we're just watching our speed carefully. A little fast. Slow down a bit here. But right before we hit the runway, I'm going to flip out those rear speed brakes on the rear of the fuselage there, the air brakes. Actually, I'm going to start right now. Oops, where's my flaps? Flaps, please. I want my flaps. Thank you. I assume this is a runway. Seems like a runway. And there you go. Perfectly good landing. Yeah, I don't think this is the main runway. But what do I know? Never been before. Seems to work. Alright, that's cool. That was a cool flight. Alright, the flying section is over. But I'm going to be doing a lot more flying tomorrow. And a lot. I don't know where. Well, we have some cities to check out. So, fortunately, as long as there's a new city update, we will plan on checking out as we trying to get one or two things in there. I'm glad we found that point of interest. As you know, that was the kind of the goal today. Is, fly one city and then one kind of sometimes there's a dam or a park or some kind of castle. And in this case, it was that weird. So this is like a mini runway here. You're at double speed. Oh, I didn't even know that was a thing. But yeah, it's amazing how many little weird buttons you can hit, and then you don't even know what's happening. All right, cheers anyway. By Diet Coke. I'm heading to the airport here. Parking brake is off, right? Okay, where is the canopy? Canopy is here. Canopy open. Gets even louder. Canopy open. It's kind of cool. See the rudders going around. Yeah, that's the Vertigo. Yeah, I'm sure it does. The F-86 does not have great brakes, but they'll get you stopped eventually. Let's see, we got these little pads here. I probably haven't seen an F-86 in these parts very often. There are not that many of them actually flying around, I imagine. Royal Canadian Air Force. Beautiful, though. All right, that's the flight simulator segment. I'm not even going to take a... Actually, no, I'm going to take a picture. Get out of the plane. Arrange my little thing here. This is a very photogenic airplane, but we're going to get nice close. Especially that color scheme. Golden Hawks. Royal Canadian Air Force. Yeah, there you go. Not bad. I don't mind it. All right. Whew. Excuse me. I'm switching over to the just chatting category because we're no longer flying around. But if you enjoyed the flight simulator segments, and why wouldn't you? Tomorrow more of that. 11:30 a.m. Standard Time, Pacific Time, that is. Okay, just chatting. We're going to get out of here. Main menu. And I do want to fly helicopters, though. I do want to check it out. I'm dying to. I just got to get my trim set up correctly on my controller. It won't be that complicated. Okay, hold on a second here. Quit desktop. Get that out here. Right, it's big brain game time. Who knows how we'll go. All right, Teutoburg Forest. So this is what we saw. We were watching. We were watching the little thing here, and that's what we're looking for. We found it. We saw everything. We saw everything to see. But yeah, they make it a little hard because they don't tell you the actual name of the thing you're looking for. They just say kind of where it is. You got to look it up on the map. And I think they do that intentionally to make it kind of fun to find. Make it a kind of a serendipitous thing. So we did. Anyway, okay, let me get out of this. Don't need that going. Bring up the big brain game thingy. That's going to be right here. Here's the Quirtle. We'll start with a Quirtle. We're going to move on to the revealed. Then we're going to do a tightrope trivia quiz, which is a 9-question timed trivia quiz. Multiple choice, but still. All right, let's just do my warm-up Quirtle here. Okay, we got briny on the lower right. Great word. Nobody knows what it means. We got, let's see. That was the easy one here. It could be troop, upper left. All right, here. We got a C, P, and an S. Okay, so we have all of the letters upper right that you think would make it pretty easy. I think, yeah, it's got to be. And now we know it's T-O... torso, has 2 O's. That was a pretty easy one. I don't mind though. That's why we do a bunch of these. One of these is too fast to to be a whole segment of brain games. All right. The revealed today, the category is animals and nature, and the answer is a 9-letter name of an animal, presumably, or natural thing. All right, let's read this heavily redacted document. Hopefully we can figure out which one of these things to reveal that will give us the most information. Yeah, catch you tomorrow. By the way, bye, Hobie Gal, if you're still here. Catch you tomorrow. I will be flying around. Look forward to that. Okay, the blank is any of 3 blank of blank blank found in blank on the southeast blank of blank and blank. Oof. Blank are not as powerfully blank as the blank, but are blank than the blank. These are 2 good categories here. The blank is typically blank of the blank and may attain a blank of blank. Oof, it's some kind of something in the wild blank. Older blank develop blank, a unique blank among blank. The typically blank or blank is blank with relatively blank and usually sparse blank. Oof. All right, let's see. I want to see this one as the gorilla. Gorilla. That makes it seem like a primate. I'm gonna guess orangutan. Solved. Don't step to be pretty this game. How many primates are there that have 9 letters? There's not that many primates. There's gorillas, there's chimpanzees, there's orangutans, there's human beings, and one other I forgot. A couple other primates, but still the point is. I figured it out. But, the name of this game is not figuring it out, figuring out the word, but figuring out which of the words to reveal, because there's so many of them, but you get a limited number. All right, let's see how we did compared to the rest of the universe. We solved it with 1 reveal and 0 hints. Other players required 4.9 reveals and up to on the average 1.7 hints. 75% solved it. We solved it. Moving on to the next game because that's how we roll around here. It's called the Tightrope Trivia Quiz. It's a time trivia. This is the third to the hardest because tomorrow's the second to the hardest and Sundays is the hardest. But this is still a pretty hard one. It's timed, so as soon as I hit this button, we're on the clock and I'm going to start reading as fast as I can. Yeah, Prince first much safe to be feared love, Machiavelli. Nikki. Oof. Rival schools in Akron, Ohio. Oh, I don't know this one. No idea. Sports ones is going to get me every time. That would be not even, I still don't know. Okay. Busiest airport in Europe. Heathrow of those? That one I should know from the aviation issues, from being an aviator, effectively. A pretend aviator. Softest mineral is talc. Who is the author of a film? The director? I think that's auteur theory. Okay. Oof, these are hard. Google was. Dos Equis. Really? I did not know Dos Equis was that old. Or any of that. Decided to cheer him up. The blank old man refused to cantankerous. Hey, I resemble that. We're already not doing well. Is used. Pigeons? I didn't know pigeons nested. Oof. Gosh, there were some hard ones in there. I gotta say, we did. I was happy to even cross that tightrope. I would say most people might not. You can get up to 2 wrong. First try, 1860 points. That was a tough. Hey, that was a tough one. We're moving on with our lives. It's not like I get paid to solve the trivia quiz. All right, so we're gonna do 2 Ox Turtles. We're not gonna do any Skibbity Toilet because there's probably not gonna be Skibbity Toilet content for a long time. That's new. You know what I mean? I think we've kind of moved throughout that. All right, upper left. Could that be tonal? Upper right. It could be plump or plumb with a B. No, it can't be plump with a B. It's got to be plump, right? Plump with a P. All right, we're moving along. This is the warm-up game. Then we're going to do the rescue, which is the hard one. This could be curve. Lower right. And we got to solve 8 different words, 5-letter words with the same set of clues. And this one is just going to be natal. And then this one over here is going to be tenet. Maybe T-E-N-E-T would fit lower right there. And over here we got, there's 2 E's in it. That's just, and I think expel, E-X-P-E-L. And then we have, let's see, A-R, and there's an L. So it could be L-A-R-G, right? Couldn't it? Sure could. All right, we're down to our last one. Oh, that's going to be the hard one, but we have 3 guesses. So let's see. It could be Jiffy. It was. All right, let's do the hard one. Yay, the hard one. And this is the last of the big brain games. The rescue. It's the hardest because I don't get to use my powerful and obviously memorized 3 starting words. It chooses 4 random words for you, and that's why it's really hard. That's gonna be hard. This one here, though, there's a C, an N, and an O, but it doesn't start with a C and then an N, and the A is there. So I think it's not. It could be A-C-O-N. Okay, bacon. That fits. Bacon. It's got to be bacon. So there's always some that are kind of easy. And that B was really helpful. Because there we know it's cable. Oops, cable. C-A-B-L-E. Has to be. And that, okay, we'll get, there's the easy ones, and at the end, these hard ones. Upstairs, we have a word spelled out for us. Bible. Very good. There's an end that ends, her word ends in A-L-L. Ooh, I think it could be small, upper left there. S-M-A-L-L. It kind of has to be, which is good because we need that S. And now we have S-M-I. Lower right has to be smite, which we didn't know until we got that M, but now we do. All right, we're making good progress. We got 3 to go. And then we have, there's got to be loser, L-O-S, to use all those letters. That seems like another relatively easy one. Okay, we're down to 2. They'll be the hard ones. Something T, something I-N. And we still have, I'm just going to guess because it uses good letters, T-H-I-N-K. But it could be thing. Oof, okay. But that was good down here. So it could, this could be a few things. Could be pinky, could be dinky, could be kinky. We got a problem over here. This has to be thing, right? But that's not going to help down here. We just have one, and it just has to be a guess. Let's do pinky. It could be pinky, but our chances are 1 in 4. So close. It was kinky. See what I mean? Could have been also could have been others, right? Could have been dinky. Maybe winky. I'm not sure winkies would be in the dictionary. Oh well. But I only get about half of these, which is why when I do get them, I'm really happy. Today we didn't get it. All right, the next category to move into is musical category. Can you believe I do a live musical performance each and every time I do a live show? It's just because I got to keep my skills up, But give me a few minutes. I'll be run my mid roll, and on the other side of the mid roll, we'll be in the we'll play some guitar, whip a guitar, talk guitars, probably do some karaoke, sing badly. It'll be a very typical jam. right. Hello. Check 1, check 2. That's fine. It's fine. This camera going where I want it there. Here. All right, let's talk about the guitar. Let's do some guitar talking. This is my fancy cheap guitar. I'm playing it a lot in my guitar segment, pretty much only. I got it about 6 weeks, less than 2 months ago. Fairly new acquisition. Fancy cheap because it's got a lot of fancy cheaper features, but it is a cheap Amazon guitar that has a no-name brand on it. It's Leo James. It's not like it's a Fender or, or a Schecter or a Kramer even. But it has some really nice features. I mean, besides being really kind of a cool color on the top there, it's very well constructed mahogany, bolt-on neck, maple neck. The thing I really found quite interesting, the reason I bought it is because it has stainless steel frets, which is considered a very high-end feature that most guitars don't have, even the high-end guitars. And the thing about the nickel steel frets is that they do tend to wear out. You get these, you play a guitar for like 1,000 hours, you get these divots in the frets where you've been playing a lot. And I've got them on some of my guitars that have the softer frets. That should never happen with stainless steel. They should wear forever because it's a much harder metal, which means it's much harder to work with. That's not usually on a cheap guitar. So, I'm just going to dink around with it. So the idea is I want to play it a lot so I can prove to myself that, in fact, what they say about stainless steel frets is true. I've never had a guitar that has them. That they don't wear out. So, try to put 1,000 hours on it. It's not that hard. Just tune it up a bit. Here's the song I've been playing that I kind of wrote myself, or just kind of picked around on. All right, I'm gonna sing a song. I don't know. We'll see how it goes. Not this one. Okay, I want to sing a song. That's called, actually, let's do Spaceman. Spaceman. I bet I memorized the lyrics. No, I know for a fact I have not memorized the lyrics. Oh. Hello. Hello. Yeah, there you go. Just give me what I asked for. Thank you. All right, perfect. It's called, this song is called Spaceman by The Killers. There's a bunch of songs called Spaceman, but this one's by The Killers. One of my favorite bands. It goes like this. Started with a low light. Next thing I knew, they ripped me from my bed. Then they took my blood type. Left a strange impression in my head. You know that I was hoping that I could leave this star-crossed world behind. Then they cut me open. I guess that changed my mind. And you know, I might have just flown too far from the floor this time. Cause they're calling me by my name, man. They're zipping white light beams, disregarding bombs and satellites. That was a turning point. That was one lonely night. Star Maker says it ain't so bad. Dream Maker's gonna make you mad. Spaceman says everybody look down. It's all in your mind. Now I'm back at home, man. I'm looking forward to this life I live. You know it's gonna haunt me. So hesitation to this life I give. You think you might cross over? You're caught between the devil and the deep blue sea. You better look it over before you make that leap. And you know I'm fine, but I hear those voices at night. Sometimes they justify my claim, and the public don't dwell on my transmission, cause it wasn't televised. But it was a turning point. Oh, what a lonely night. Star Maker says it ain't so bad. Dream Maker's gonna make you mad. Spaceman says everybody look down. It's all in your mind. Star Maker says it ain't so bad. Dream Maker's gonna make you mad. Spaceman says everybody look down. It's all in your mind. My global position systems are vocally addressed. They say the Nile used to run from east to west. They say the Nile used to run from east to west. I'm blind, but I hear those voices at night sometimes. Star Maker says it ain't so bad. Remake is gonna make you mad. Spaceman says everybody look down. It's all in your mind. Star Maker says it ain't so bad. Remake is gonna make you mad. Spaceman says everybody look down. It's all in your mind. All in my mind. All in my mind. Anyway, I like the song. You know what I might feel like doing a little bit here? Little the old YouTube karaoke. Did I just do something I didn't want to do here? Oof. I just cut off my live streaming. I don't think so. We're good. All right. I just want to monitor here. Okay. Right. YouTube. Put that on there. Get my YouTube maximized here. We'll start with the same one I always like to do. What are you going to do about it? Monopoly 21, checkers and chess. Mr. Fred Blassie in a breakfast mess. Let's play Twister, let's play Risk. See you in if you make the list. This one, tell me how you looked in the punch. Danny, are you keeping on Elvis? Hey, baby, are we losing touch? If you believe they put a man on the moon, man on the moon. If you believe there's nothing up their sleeve, well, nothing is cool. Moses went walking with a staff of wood. Newton got beaten by the apple good. Egypt was troubled by the horrible asp. Mr. Charles Darwin had the gall to last. About this one, tell me, are you locked in the punch? Andy, are you goofing on Elvis? Say, baby, are you having fun? If you believe they put a man on the moon, man on the moon. If you believe there's nothing up your sleeve and nothing is cool. Here's a little legend for the never believer. Here's a little ghost for the offering. Here's a truck stop instead of St. Peter's. Mr. Andy Kaufman's gone wrestling. Can you hear that this one? Tell me how you're locked in the punch. And Andy, are you goofing on Elvis? Say, baby, are we can't sleep, well, nothing is cool. If you believe into the man on the moon, man on the moon. If you believe there's nothing I can't sleep, nothing is cool. If you believe into a man on the moon, man on the moon. If you believe there's nothing I can't sleep, nothing is cool. Great song though, I love that song. All right. Oops. Hello. God, those buttons. All right, gotta tune up a bit here. I'm not gonna do that song either. We'll skip it. That's gonna be good. That'd be good enough. All right, what's the next song I want to do? I don't know. Figure one out. Oh, for sure. Well, I tried to make it Sunday, but I got so damn depressed that I set my sights on Monday, and I got myself undressed. I ain't ready for the altar, but I do agree there's times when a woman sure be a friend of mine. Well, I keep on thinking about you, Sister Golden Hair Surprise, and I just can't live without you. Can't you see it in my eyes? I've been one poor correspondent, I've been too hard to find, but it doesn't mean you ain't been on my mind. Will you meet me in the middle? Will you meet me in there? Will you love me just a little, just enough to show you care? When I tried to fake it, I don't mind saying, just can't make it. Sister Golden Hair Surprise, and I just can't live without you. Can't you see it in my eyes? I've been one poor correspondent, I've been too hard to find, but it doesn't mean you ain't been on my mind. Will you meet me in the middle? Will you love me just a little, just enough to show you care? Well, I tried to fake it, I don't mind saying, I just can't make it. One here. Oh, for sure. Table 3.
Sinking.
me out of the bearded party. Nightly beside the green grass. Swing, swing, swing the spinning step. You wear those shoes, I will wear that dress. Oh, kiss me beneath the milky twilight. Lead me out on the moonlit floor. Lift your open hands, strike up the band and make the fireflies dance. Silver moon sparkling, so kiss me. Kiss me down by the broken treehouse. Swing me upon its hanging tire. Ring, ring, ring your clever hat. We'll take the trail marked on your father's map. Oh, kiss me beneath the milky twilight. Lead me out on the moonlit floor. Lift your open hands, strike up the band and make the fireflies dance. Silver moon sparkling, so kiss me. Kiss me beneath the milky twilight. Lead me out on the moonlit floor. Lift your open hand, strike up the band and make the fireflies dance. Silver moon sparkling, so kiss me.
That song every time. I'm a little tired of it. All right, we'll do Wonderwall, and then we're gonna do some other song. Painted Black. Painted Black. Those are wonderful. You know, they're still touring. They're starting their Canadian American tour real soon. These guys here.
Today, it's gonna be the day that they're gonna throw it back to you. But now, you should have somehow realized what you gotta do. I don't believe that anybody feels the way I do about you now. Backbeat, the word is on the street that the fire in your heart is out. I'm sure you've heard it all before, but you never really had a doubt. I don't believe that anybody feels the way I do about you now. And all the roads we have to walk are winding, and all the lights that lead us there are blinding. There are many things that I would like to say to you, but I don't know how. Maybe you're gonna be the one that saves me. After all, you're my wonder. culture not to do. I don't believe that anybody feels the way I do about you now. And all the roads that lead you there are winding, and all the lights that light the way are blinding. There are many things that I would like to say to you, but I don't know how. I said maybe gonna be the one that saves me. After all, you're my wonderwall. I said maybe you're gonna be the one that saves me. And after all, you're my wonderwall. I said maybe you're gonna be the one that saves me. You're gonna be the one that saves me. Gonna be the one that saves me.
Enjoyable song. I'm probably going to keep playing it over the karaoke days, but I got only one more in me. I want to do Paint It Black for some strange reason. Oh, wait, there's lots more streaming though. Paint It Black, not Paint My Love. Oh my lord. Yeah, it's Capo 2.
I see a red door and I want it painted black. No colors anymore, I want them to turn black. I see that girls walk by dressed in their summer clothes. I have to turn my head until my darkness goes. I see a line of cars and they're all painted black, with flowers and my love both never to come back. I see people turn their heads and quickly look away. Like a newborn baby, it just happens every day. I look inside myself and see my heart is black. I see my red door, I must have it painted black. Maybe then I fade away and I'd have to face the facts. It's not easy facing up when your whole world is black. No more will my green seagull turn a deeper blue. I could not foresee this thing happening to you. If I look hard enough into the setting sun, my love will lie with me before the morning comes. I see a red door and I want it painted black. No colors anymore, I want them to turn black. I see the girls walk by dressed in their summer clothes. I
my God, I'd play the guitar a lot more. I wish I could play more, but you know, I got a few songs in there. Thanks for coming by and I don't know, waving. But yeah, you know, I mean, it is what it is. I enjoy. I'm actually getting slightly better every time. I feel like sometimes, like today, my voice wasn't as weak as like Wednesday or last time I did the guitar thing. But tomorrow we, instead of playing, we'll do musical segment, but instead of the musical segment being guitar, it shall be me playing the piano. I'm going to drag my piano in, but we're not ending stream. Let me turn my, I got massive reverb turned on for the singing part because I need to hear myself in the reverb for the second part. It's a long story. I don't want to get into it. But today we're, hold on a second here. There we go. Now I turned off the reverb. Yeah, no, it's a completely dead room in here. This is basically a studio. There's no reverb. I was saying, use that heavy reverb to help the singing. It really does help. Really does. I think you'll talk to a lot of singers and they sing in the studio. They're singing with headphones on, and those headphones have either an incredible echo or a lot of reverb that doesn't go into the actual track. All right. Right. But we're moving into. I gotta get these off. These are kind of hot after a while. We're moving our asses into a new category. Lego and brick building. Yay, Lego and brick building. Give me a few minutes to transfer over to the actual arrangement that I like. And during that time, I'll run my mid-roll. But in about 2 minutes less than 2 minutes, I'm going to switch over. I mean, building to bags 5 and 6 of the amazing, well, I'll talk about it more when we get over there. Switch over. You might not be able to hear me that well, but you might because my mic's not kind of a ways here. And then what I'm going to do here is use my iPad to monitor chat. And it'll take me a second to set up. Should anybody chat? But why would anybody chat while I'm playing Lego? That's fine. I don't care. But just in case somebody does, I'll be watching my live feed here. I have chat on. That's for Twitch. YouTube, I probably won't see you. Oops. Turn off the audio. All right. What are we building? We are building bags 5 and 6 of the amazing One Piece, Netflix One Piece, a Netflix series. The Going Merry Pirate Ship featuring Monkey D. Luffy, of course, and his merry band of sort of weirdly themed, ethnically speaking, pirates there. We got a couple minifigs to build. Let's see where we've gotten so far. I'm excited to get into it. So far, we have made this, which is the bottom of the lower part of the ship here. You can see that there. You see the back of the ship, the keel here, the rudder there. I always call it the keel. Keel is kind of this thing here. It's got an interior door. There's a huge and very detailed galley with lots of food items and places to sit and eat. And I haven't yet watched enough of the show. I've been rewatching the. By the way, I was hoping the second season would be out right around now of this show, but it won't be out till 2026. So we got a ways. All right, bags 5 and 6, and both these bags seem a little not super heavy. Like they don't have a ton of stuff in them. So this may only be like 45 minutes of Lego building. But we do definitely have 10 bags to build, not 11. All right, so where are we? I think, let's see. Okay, we're past here. All right, yeah, past there. Find out in the book where we are. Bag 5, please. All right, bag 5. There it is. Okay. Just trying to see. Is this a good arrangement? I want to adjust my camera just a little bit there. There we go. There. I want to make sure I plenty of. I need a lot of light right on the spot where I. Ooh, that's real dirty. What's in here? Let's put something over here. Oh, yeah. All right. Lego bag number 5. Yay! I like these new paper. I actually kind of like the paper ones. You get used to it. All the Legos I built up to now had those plastic bags, but they're trying to be, I guess, more eco-friendly. So let's see what our wanted poster is. You get 4 wanted posters, and they're random. I don't know exactly which ones they're supposed to be, but these wanted posters are very important in the show. This one is Dracula Mihawk canceled. Since we have 2 of these, we got 2 of the same ones. That's not auspicious, but I'm guessing it's random. So yeah, that can happen. All right, let's do the smaller one. I like to put the bigger pieces here, smaller pieces here. Yeah. And all out of there. Oh, it's a little weird shit there going on. All right, and there's bag 5 laid out for us. Let's start finding pieces. Let's see. Okay. What is this piece here? Black 2x1 and a black 2x6. Okay, here's a black 2x1, regular one, and the black 2x6 counting. Okay, that's the right one there. Okay, that's going to go here. And then we have a little gray gripper here. And also, what thing? This piece here. One of these. Okay, so how does this go? That piece is here. This piece goes there. This piece. I think these are decorative items, but still. I always like to get them right. Not structural. Yeah, it's not quite right. Get them right. Wants us to put this one here, and this one there, and this one here. That might be important because it's a gripper. It might be gripping something. That's important. All right, so now it's correctly arrayed for step 159. Can't really see what I'm doing as well, so I move this here. Okay. All right, step 160. We're going to need a white 3x1 tall. There it is. One of these items, whatever that is, I hope it's this piece here, very unusual looking. Okay, so this piece is gonna go here. This piece is gonna go there. Which way though? I guess it doesn't matter that much, but this way. Okay, like that. To make this shape. Okay, we need one of these and this guy right here. Yep, that guy right there. Okay, this goes here, and then this is going to go under there to make that shape. Yep, perfecto. Move on to step 162. Okay. This is a really funny shape that we're going to need here. I believe here it is. It's a shooter thingy. I'm familiar with that. Okay, so we take this thing, that, and then there's a trigger thing somewhere, because these come a lot in the Star Wars thingies. All right, this has to go in like that. There we go. And then that is going to go where? Right here.
piece from this angle. Perfectly does. Very nice. Okay, now we're gonna need black 2x1. There's another one of these white 3x1 talls. And another one of these pieces. Perfect. One of each of those. Alright, so this one is gonna go here. This one's gonna go here. And this piece goes, I believe, here. In between them. And there. Make it look like that. And it sure does look like that. Almost like we're building an engine or something. I'm not sure what we're building here. Just get 2 white 1x2s. And a white 4x1. 1x4. Okay, perfecto. We're still building up around here, so that's going to go like that. These are going to go like that. And that. Alright, step 164 is complete. Looks like the picture still. Yes. Alright, we need the Archie thingy in one of these guys here. One of these white feet thingy, you know, whatever it is. Alright, so the arch goes over here. Alright, we have 2 of these feet thingies. So one goes like that. And the other one goes like this. To make that shape there. 165, very nice. 166. Get rid of 2 white 2x1s. And they're gonna go here. 1, 2, 1 there. There we go. And there. Beautiful. 166. Still looks like the picture very much. Sure does. Okay, 167. 2 of these little black Delios, like those, yeah. And they're gonna go here and here. Yeah, it's a really complicated, fun shape. All right, one arch, this one kind of in brown. And this guy here, one of each of these, perfect. Okay, so this guy's gonna go here, I believe, on the black one facing out. And this fellow, very unusual, is going to go this way. Let's make that shape. Looks good so far. Wow. Okay. Let's see. One of these. One of these. Right. Alright. So now on top of this one goes here. Oof. This one goes where? That one goes there. Which way is shaping though? Okay, facing up. It's hard to see this piece because it's black. It's got weird details on it. I think I got it in there right. And this one's going to go next to it. Also, a tricky piece to place. Could that be right? It could be. Okay, now we take this weird dealie here and it goes on top of that piece we just placed. And what do we want there? This guy here goes there, according to this instructions. Okay. And it locks that piece in really good. Very nice. Okay, now we need one of... I like this bag isn't too huge, kind of makes it easy to find these weird pieces. Okay, there's 2 different ones of these, and that's the wrong one, I think. Right? Yeah, okay, there's 2 symmetrical ones. This is the one for this step. Oh, right. Where's that going to go? Facing down like this. Is it possible that it goes there? Yeah, that looks like the picture. Yeah, it does look like step 173. Perfect. 171, I mean. All right, 172. I'm going to get this kind of wedge here. And that's going to go how exactly? That. That. So it looks like that. When you point it that way, perfect. All right, we're going to need one of these and one of these. Perfect. And it's going to go on the other side here. This is symmetric, so that's easy enough.
there. And this one goes here, kind of building up the other side of this structure here. I think it's a it's a cannon that faces the front. I guess this is the front. We'll have to see. I'm sure which direction the cannon faces. We'll find out soon enough. I think it's the front. There's that. All right, so let's see. Where were we? Step 173. Is that right? Yeah, looks good. How you doing, Charles? Yeah, that's definitely right. Yeah, I'm watching her, but I'm not listening to her. You can tell her. You can tell her I have her on screen. I hope it fits because one of the pieces that I got for her, you know, it is size medium. It's a pair of pants. It's copper pants, size medium. But then when I looked at the description, it said plus size. You know, and she's not plus size. But yeah, and I'll be doing this for another half an hour. But then I will be joining. You can be assured I will be joining Victoria. You know, she streams for a long time. All right, so now we have this structure here. I just want to double check. Oh, there's one more thing to place. We don't quite have the structure. I gotta place this thing here. Oh yeah, I missed one step here. I missed a little step here. I'm rushing things. This goes here. Like that. No. Yeah. Okay, let's see. Okay, we get this black piece here and this black piece here. Let's just do this right. Okay, so there's that. You know, yeah, I got this is only the third of 5 building streams. There's 10 bags, and I built 2 bags per stream. This is the first of the 2. All right, that goes there. That goes there. Then this piece here goes on top of there, right here. And this piece goes here. Just a little yellow, clearish thing. Very good. Then we can put this piece here. Goes, and this piece here. Now it all fits together and is symmetrical. Okay, yep. All right, yes, this does go in the front. So now we have to figure out how to make it match the front. I think it just goes here. Right, yeah, that does match. And it does. This little front of the keel here, and it has a cannon. This is the thing you can stick a thing in and shoot out of it, probably, if you know what you're doing. From here, I'll have to figure out how that works. Hopefully it works okay. It is what it is. It's got some cool detailing in there. All right, 178 step. Yeah, does that look like it? It does. Exactly like it's supposed to. All right, now we're gonna need a whole bunch of pieces. So we're going to start gathering. We're going to need one of these. We're going to need one of, I think, this piece here. One square, weird-looking piece. I think this one. Let's see. A couple of brown L's, right? One brown ankle piece here. One of these tan, or I guess either a brown 4x1 shorts. There you go. And then one of this piece. That's 6 pieces total. Perfect. All right. So we start with this. This goes on that way. This goes on that way. This goes underneath that way. There we go. Step 4, this piece. Where I can barely see this image here. In a second, get a close up. Thanks for dropping by, Carl. Charles, I think you probably left already. Let's see, where does this one go? Okay, it goes on the end of that piece. Looks good. And then there's suppose the angle piece has to go on there. Like that. Nope, not like that. Like that. That's better. All right. Oh, we have some decals to put on. 11 and 9. All right, let me fish those out. I'm right here. Okay. So there's 11. There's a couple of 11s, but let's get the first 11. Decal 1, very good. And the next one is 9. Okay, so it's these two. It's like a porthole or something. Good enough. Okay, we're going to do those again more later. All right, so we made this thing here. According to the image, looks pretty good. All right, so that's going to go in interior wall. There, but where? I'm going to say it looks like it fits in around here somewhere. It's probably where it's meant to go. Yeah, it is. Perfect. Perfect. All right, next we'll move on to step 180. All right, for step 180, we're going to need one of this gray wedge, a gray wedge and two brown wedges. There we go. See the brown wedge and then the two gray wedges. Or the gray wedge first, let's say. One there. One here. And one here. They're all easy to position by this little green hat thingy. That's kind of what it's for. That's exactly how that's supposed to look right there. Perfecto. Step 181. We're doing a sub-assembly. Looks like. Let's get that together. All right. So we're going to need one of these. One of, ooh, like a steps. There we go. Okay, so this goes like that, according to this picture. We have a red angle unit that goes that way. Kind of interesting. Very good. Now another red angle unit. And another one of these. How's that going to go? This one, looks like it's going to go like that. That one's going to go here. Like that shape, I think. Yeah, looks about right. All right, we're going to need one another of these guys. Next to that guy. Okay, make that shape there. Looks very good. 185. Okay, this gray dude here is going to get put there. Make that shape. Very good. Okay, we get a brown wedge and a gray wedge, and brown wedge goes there, and this, well, that's not what I wanted, right? This stepper. This one here. That's going to go kind of there. Let's make this shape here. I'm just double checking. Looks good. Okay, we're gonna need a 2 by 2 brown, and this guy here. Perfect. Okay, so this 2 by 2 goes here, and this one goes here. All right, and this is gonna go there, like that, and then it's checking that that is what the shape looks like. It really does look just like that. All right, so this is going to go on the the port side of the ship here. Let's see if we can get this done right. So I know what the orientation is. Okay, that's the orientation. And it is going to go right behind here. So this area here. It's pushed on here.
Look at that. Look how beautiful this is here in this whole segment. And we just clean. You can see how it's all rough on this side, but now it's all smooth and beautiful on this side. Nice. All right, we're gonna build the other side of that thing. Oh, I got a few little detail pieces here. We're gonna take this detail piece and this detail piece, and there, gotta go. Yeah, these little white vertical things are really noticeable. In the design of the ship, the Going Merry Pirate ship in the Netflix show that I've been rewatching. It's a good show. I mean, it's for kids, but it's a good show. These kind of white vertical thing structures are a major design element that you'll see on the actual Going Merry Pirate ship. All right, so that's going to look like that. Perfecto. Okay. And now it wants us to turn this direction and build that other side thingy. So let's start gathering pieces for that. I need that. I'm going to need that. I'm going to need the other one of those things. Here it is. Got that. Got that. I got a brown angly thing somewhere, right? Brown angle. 4x1. Here it is. This guy here. Yep, that's the other item. Okay, so we start with this. This goes there. And this piece goes here. That facing that direction. This piece is going to hang out here. Like that direction. And then we've got to figure out how to put this little green dude on. Goes right here. Very good. All right. And it is the return of the decals. Let's do the decals. Decal number 1. Let me do this with my glasses. That'll have to do. Decal number 9. It's going to be angled like that, I think. Perfecto. Okay, that's this little interior wall piece we just made. I love it. All right, so yeah, okay, step 5. Oh no, we have a couple more things to do for step 5. We got to put this piece on here. That's fine. That piece goes like that. Very good. Okay. So now that looks exactly right, and that's gonna go in here. Right, facing this way. In the same way that the other piece did. Very nice. Okay. Now we're going to build, right, a couple things onto here. So we'll need this wedge and this little wedge. And 2 of these wedges. Got them both. All right, so here's how we build onto this side here. All right, it's going to go, this piece goes here. This piece is going to go here. Everything here is holding together pretty well. And this piece is going to go here, which will help hold all this stuff together. Here. Okay, that piece is in. Oops. About as well as it's going to go for now until everything gets put in. All right. Now we're going to have to build some stuff. We're going to build the other side of that, the starboard side here. So we're going to start with this piece and this piece. Okay, holding this piece like that. That's going to go shaped backwards like that. Take a red angle bracket and make it go like that. Stick out that way. Very good. Another angle bracket up here, like that. And then this piece right here. Make that shape so far. All right, then we need another one of these. Let's go under here. Oops, I mean under here. That, make that shape 196. Perfecto. 197. We got a 1x3. That sticks out kind of like that. So make that shape there. 2x3. Okay. Which we're working through bag 5. We got a whole other bag after this. The bag 6 is a little smaller, but still pretty big. But I got to make progress. Okay. So let's see. This wedge is going to go here. This one is going to go here. To make this shape. Right. Looks good so far. Hopefully we did that right. Okay, now we're continuing to make this shape here. All right, we're going to need this one and this one. That goes back here. And this one's going to go right here. To make that shape. I think looks pretty good. And then we have one of these. Goes back like that. And now that's going to go on this side. I'm going to figure it out. Oh well, it's easy to figure out because it goes right where it obviously has to go. There's this big gaping hole here. So you need to kind of push it into the pieces that are supporting it properly. And they are perfectly in there. Nice, it's all coming together. My plan. All right, so now this side of the ship is finished. Here, we just added this little, snapped in this little section here, and it's a lot stronger now. All right, we have a couple little things to do. We're gonna add that little white character piece here. That's gonna go where exactly? Here. I'll go exactly here, and this piece is gonna go in here. To make right that. Correct? Yes, perfecto. All right, now we're going to turn back this way. Let's see. So we need 2 of these, 1 of these, and that's going to go. Oh, okay, interesting. Let's see. We got to do some counting here. Let's see. This one's going to go here, right? And then this one's going to go here. And this one's going to go here. I believe. Make that shape there. That should stick out 1 there. Yep. Next step, 204. We're going to need this piece. We're going to need this. After this, I'm going to take a short break by standing up to get some circulation in my back and my legs. Other than that, we're ready to go for the bag. Next bag. Okay, how is this going to go here? Okay, we'll go that way there, and then the other one also under that way, right? To make this shape here. Oh, perfecto. 206. Maybe one of these. It's gonna go here. 207. We make these wing thingies. Oh, cool. Okay, so this one's gonna go there, and this one's gonna go here. Nope, other way, on top. That would have been a mess up. On top. There we go. On top, not under. Perfecto. Alright, so now we're going to need 2 of these. Let's see. Where are these going to go? Oh, turn this upside down. That might make it more clear. That one there. Makes it a lot more clear. And there. That shape. Is that what we got here? Perfect. 209. 2 of these pieces are going to go
That's 1, 2. Make that shape. Perfect. Where's that gonna go? Okay, that's like a front platform here. So that's gonna go in front of these. Right there. Voila. Perfecto. Moving right along. We're almost done with bag something or other. 5. We've got another bag to do. Okay. These are easy because all these pieces are right here. 1, 2. Let's see this piece here. One of these. One of these items. That's the real size of that, right? Real time size. Yes, it is. Okay. Start with this. This goes here. This goes here. This goes in through the bottom. And then this goes apparently like that. What is this supposed to be? We'll figure it out later. But this actually does hang down there, right? I think this is kind of a plunger switch for the cannon. Yeah, it is. Perfect. Interesting. So, yeah. Well, you'll see. That's functional. I'm pretty sure. That launches the cannon. You'll see. We'll see later. They're warning against poking somebody's eye out, which usually means the cannon's going to launch. But we don't have the weapons yet. They'll be in the later bag. All right, 1, 2 of these. 2 of these. And where are they going to go? Okay, so this one's going to go on this side here. This one's going to go on this side here. These are going to go 1 here. 1 here. Nope, wrong. Incorrect locations. 1 here. 1 here. In the right locations. Yes, that is perfect. Moving on, we've got, let's see, 2 of these, 2 of these, and each one of these is going to get stuck on like that, 1 like that, 1 like that. Beautiful. Where are they going to go though? One goes here, one's going to go here, to make that shape there, I believe, like that. Yes, 214 is the next step. 1 of these and 2 of these items. Alright, so this piece is going to go across here. And these pieces are going to go kind of just fillers. Beautiful little filler pieces. Beautiful. Nice. Step 215. 1 of these, 2 of these. I think that's the end, right? These are extras. Okay. Let's see. So we start with this facing like that. And this goes there. I guess we'll just do 2 of these. Let's make that shape, I believe. Yes. And that's going to go where? Here. Gives it an additional ship style look. All right, I'm gonna take a short stand up and get some circulation. Do not go anywhere. I think it was here. I don't care. I'm gonna keep these extra pieces in case I need them, but if I won't. Again, we're building the Going Merry pirate ship. That's this item here. We're basically starting at the bottom and working up, but we basically completed this whole area here. And we'll probably start building some superstructure stuff. Let me just stand up and move around. I think I got pee actually. Be a good thing to do. All right, I think I'm ready for bag 6. I think we're gonna build bag 6. Is anybody excited about it? No. Oh, I have some very, very tan Diet Coke to drink though. Oh, this is some tan stuff. All right, next bag. This is 6, not 9. Yeah, 6. Bag 6. Make sure it's empty. There's this stuff here. Spread out. And a small bag. We have a minifig to build. Let's do that first. Oof. Just getting all this shit all over this. Lots of fun little picture things here. Alrighty. There's a torso. There's a sort of head. Here's a head. I'm going to guarantee you there's some legs somewhere. Okay, there's this way. It's the legs. The torso goes on the legs. Okay, we got kind of a thing to find. This guy here. You got to put this up. Oh, it's a bag. Okay, so that goes there. And then you put the arms down to hold the bag in. All right, head on. Which head do we want? Very good. Head and the hair. And then we have Usopp. Usopp, that's Usopp. You gotta love Usopp. He's a great character. Oh, and he has a green. Yeah, he has that green. He has a slingshot that he uses to great effect in the show. I assume in the anime too, but I've not watched the anime. There he is with his slingshot. There's Usopp from the Netflix show One Piece. By the way, people keep asking, well, what's it about? It's about these young adult pirates. And they're looking for the One Piece, which is a treasure left by the king of the pirates that he hid somewhere on some island. And the obvious question is, why do they call it One Piece? Is it just one piece of treasure? But it's not, I don't think. I mean, they never find it, I don't think. But all right, let's start building some stuff. So we're going to need a 3x1 and something that's kind of looks like this. Okay, so it kind of implies we hold this direction. Put this over here. And then where's it going to go? It goes near the dough, but on the inside. So there's this piece here. All right, so there's that piece there. Okay, so that's the front of the ship. That's that. Shows this. There's these three things here. But does this go like here? Yeah, it does. There's a little gap in there, and it shows it right there. All right, well, that makes sense then. Just want to make sure it looks like a picture. And it does. All right, so we're going to need we got a flat 3x1, 3x2. And that's going to also go in here. Goes on top. Like here. Yep, that's where they want us to put that. The door still opens, cool. All right, now we got a sub-assembly. So we're going to need a 3x1, a 1x1. That goes there. We need another 3x1 too at some point. We're going to need one of these. This is the piece we're looking for here. Yes. Okay, so that goes there. This goes here. Perfect. That goes here. Another one goes on top of it. And this other 3x1, which we're going to need. This goes here. Is that possible? That this is the shape we're trying to make. It really does look like the shape. It's kind of a... All right, so we're building that, and that's going to go where? like all the way back here. I think this might be like a staircase going up and down stairs, because it looks like a staircase to me. Let's see if that is the correct location. So we're moving on. All right, we're going to need one of these kind of funnel thingies and two of these pieces. So let's find the second one. There's another one. All right, so let's see. All right, this piece goes in like that, apparently. And this piece goes on at the top of it. That to make that shape there. Yeah, it's like a banister. And this goes here. This is like the banister for railing or something for the stairs. Cool. I love these interior features. You won't normally see them. What happened here? Let's stick it there. All right, next pieces we're gonna need. 5 of these. 1, 2 barrels. 1, 2, 3. I hope we got 5 of them. 4, and we do have 5 of them. So 5 of those. Put these aside. 2 of what are these? Is these pieces. Let's get both of those pieces. 2 more of what we saw here. So there's 1. I'm sure there's another one. That's the other one. Perfecto. 8 of these little 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. I got plenty of those. 1 of this piece right here. And 1 of this piece right here. Okay. Let's start building things. So let's see. This piece goes here. These all go around the outside of this thing. 1, 2, 3, and 4. Beautiful. And then let's see. These go on top of there. 1, 2, 3, and 4. 4. All right, so let's see. The 1, 2, 3, 4, and then 2 of these stacked up on that side. Right here, like that. And then we have these 2 things. One of these stacked on top of another one of these, and another one of these on the back of it. Make that shape there. And that's gonna go where? I think here. Like that. There we go. Now we gotta cover up these. So put this cover here. Good. This cover thingy here. Oh, I missed one of these. Let's do the right. This goes here. Now this will fit on top of it perfectly. And this in between these 2. Like that shape. It's definitely a rear or front banister of a ship. I guess it's a mid banister. It's kind of between the things here. Those like chat. Door still open and closes. Beautiful. All right, next step. We're gonna need this kind of funny thing here, broom. Oh no, we need a hammer here. This hammer, not the broom. What is this shape here? Okay, it's good. We don't have too many brown pieces, so it's gonna be easy to find. There it is. And then we have a brown, this gripper dude. Just a 1x1 brown. That's all we need. We need 2 of the grippers. Here's 2 grippers. Okay, so we start with this piece. And it goes here. And then the other one goes under there. And then this goes on top of there. And this hammer thingy goes in here. A little bit lower. According to the picture. Alright, that makes that. So this hammer thingy goes in there somewhere. where? I mean, it could go here, like that. I just want to see if that looks like where it might go. Let me take a closer look here. Yeah, I think it goes a little further out, not in inner piece. I think it goes here. That's actually where I think it's supposed to go. That looks a little bit better, but we'll have to figure out. Hopefully, in the next step, it'll help us figure out whether that's the correct location. But from my eye, that is the right one. All right, so now we take the broom and this barrel, and this guy here. Okay, so this guy goes on top of the barrel. The barrel is going to go in here, there, and the broom thingy is going to go in here. According to this imagery. Yeah, I actually think I got it right. This little picture here. Okay. I actually think I got it right. What a miracle. All right. Yeah, I'm an experienced Lego builder by now. All right, we're going to need one of these, and one of these. All right, so if this like this piece goes in there. This piece goes on top of there. Okay, and then this piece is here. And it's going to go here. It does, yeah, it does stick out a little bit. Perfect. And that's that entire step, 223. All right, step 224. Let's gather up what we need. Let's see, 2 of these grippers. 1 of these pieces. And this gray wrenchy dude. Okay, so this piece goes here. This piece is going to go under here. That. Perfecto. Okay, if you hold this like this, the wrench they want us to put in about here. Exactly where they have it. All right, so this is that piece. Now we have to figure out where it goes. Okay, so we hold this in here. I think it's going to go. Did I do this right, by the way? Yes, yeah, that way. And right next to here. So I believe that is correcto. Very nice. Next. Righty. How long have we been live for? I can't even tell. Oh, not again. Let's see. 2 hours and 55 minutes. Boy, these Lego streams definitely get into the 3-hour plus streams. That's a lot for me. But I don't mind. I like it. All right, let's build some stuff. We're going to have this one here. We're going to take this one here. Let's see. We're going to need 2 of these. 1, 2. This one here and this one here. Okay, we got all the pieces we need. Holding this one like this. The white piece is going to go in here. That. And these 2 white pieces over like that and that. Okay, yep. And this one under here. Gonna make that symmetrical. Alrighty, and that's gonna go. Okay, this is a top rail. And it's gonna go right behind these guys here. Let's see how that's gonna go in now. So, perfecto. Next step. All right, we're gonna take 4 of these guys that are here. 1, 2, 3. Got a lot of them. to there. Perfect. 1, 2, 1, 2. All right, 1, 2, 1, 2. 4 of those. Next, let's get 4 or 1 of these 4x1s and this big frame. So where's the frame? The 4x1's gonna go there. And the frame's gonna go in that between area. There we go, very nice. Facing which direction though? I don't know if it matters. I think it shows us facing this direction, but I don't know. I don't think it matters. I don't think this one's actually gonna have a door in it. This one does though. It does work. Looking really good. Interior's looking great. Okay. Very complicated. We won't see it that much from the outside, but it's fun to know it's in there. All right, so we're gonna take a 3x1 and a 1x1. That piece goes there. And then we're gonna need this piece here. Alright, so that piece there, and then this piece is gonna go like that, right? Like that shape. And one of these. Alright, to face this direction with the keel facing that way, or the rudder. And there's this piece gonna go. I really feel like they want us to put it here. Nope. Piece, good fit, I think. All right, let's get some collections together. 1 of these, 1 of these, 2 of these. All right, so we start with this piece. And it goes there. Here. This piece is going to go here. To make this shape. Right. And where's that going to go? Okay. Ship facing that way. Wants us to go. This is going to go up against here. It does kind of fit in nicely there. Like that. Right up against those pieces. Perfect. All right. Oof. Got a big gather here. 2 of these. 1, 2. 1 of these. 1. 1 of these. 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, and oh yeah, 1 of these. Perfect. All right, so now let's see. Start with this piece. This one goes here. This piece is gonna go here. This piece is gonna go here. Piece is going to go under. This piece is going to go there. Make that shape. And that's also kind of a north stair-steppy thing. So I think they want us to put this here. Fits perfectly in there. It's in the right place too. Step 231. All right, 1 of these, 2 times these, 2, 1 of these, and 1 of these. Perfect. All right, so starting with this piece, the white one goes here, right? And these pieces go here. Let's make this slightly asymmetric rail. Oh, that rail, side rail. So that rail is going to go on this side of the ship. Right around here and here. In good. Okay, that side rail is in good. Next. All right, for these guys, 1, 2, 3, and 4. I think I know where these are going to go. 1, 2. 1 goes here. 1 goes next to that. 1 goes all the way on the other side. Like that. All right, so this step 232 is done. Perfect. That's exactly what we wanted here. Step 233. We're gonna need 4. Count them 4. Oh, what looks like these guys. So they're probably over here. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Where are they gonna go? Okay, so they're gonna go on those things we just placed. One like this, right? Okay. One like that. One kind of pointing in. No, they're all pointing in. Center. One like this. And one like that. Now snap right in. Very nice. Perfecto. That looks like the picture. Moving along. All right, so we're gonna need 2 of these. 1, 2. And these, both of these items, symmetric, but not the same. All right, so let's start with this one. And it wants us to put this cap like that. All right. Let's make that look. This one's similar. With this on the inside, right, like that. Kind of shaped like that. Thinking. Or Lego. So this one goes on this side. But where? I think this one's going to go in here. Right around in here. That. Perfecto. And the other one on the other side. So this one's a little easier. Perfecto. Just like the picture. Yep, moving on. Step 235. Let's see. 2 of these. 1 and 2. 2 of these. Both of these. All right, now these are going to go where? All right, so. One of these. Like that, I believe. Another one like that, I believe. That would imply that these go kind of like this. They do fit quite nicely. To make that shape, they line up perfectly. Moving on. 236. One of these. One white corner unit, or no, it's a square corner unit also. There's a curved corner unit and a square corner unit, right? It's definitely, yeah, here's the square corner unit. Okay, I almost got the wrong piece, but I got the right piece. All right, starting with the square corner unit, and this 1 by 1, or angle. Put that like that. And this piece like that. And that piece is going to go in. Right here. Perfecto. Next piece should be in another one of those corner units. Here it is. One of these 1x1s, and this one here. All right, so this one we put this here, and then this piece is gonna go there. That, make that shape. Perfect, and that's gonna go on the other side. Let's turn this a little bit so you can see what we're doing. That's gonna go here. Oh, this one might be problematic. Can I build this the correct shape? I did. But it's not really going to go in here. Oh, it is. Okay. Now will. Perfect. Oh, just have a little bit of distortion going on there. Perfect. Oh yeah, now it's perfectly. Yay! Absolutely perfect. We're getting almost done with bag 6. We did 5 and 6. We got 4 more after this. A lot of building to do. I'm having a great time. One of these, 2 of these, and those are gonna go. Okay. Okay, let's just put this one first. And that's gonna go here. This will go across here. And then this one will go there. Okay, is that that's supposed to look? It sure is. Alright, we're gonna need 2 of these and 2 of these. And they're gonna go. Okay, one of these is gonna go here. One of these is gonna go here. One of these, now these are all tricky. They're gonna go inboard, right? Like here. One there. And one here. That, I believe. Right? Yes, perfecto. Exactly. Nice. Alright, we need 6 of those kind of curved ones. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. All 6 of them are right here. Curved angles. Where are they going to go? Okay, got a bunch of them. Let's see. This one's going to... Dang. It's flying. This one's going to go here. This one is going to go here. And this one is going to go here. And on the other side, they're going to go kind of symmetrically. Right there. And here. And here. On that side. Perfecto. Alright, so 241. We got 4 of these. 2x1 covers. 1, 2, 3, 4. And 4 of these. 1, 2, 3, 4. Alright, so first want to prepare these by doing this. 1, 2, and 4. And then we take these covered pieces, and they're gonna go where? I think they go 1, 2, 2, oh, 3. Arg. Come on, Lego, get on. Do your thingy. Snap on. There you go. Okay. Perfect. Just like the picture. Just like the picture. Alright. Got a couple more steps to do, but basically 1, 2, 3, 4. Where are these guys gonna go? Okay, so these guys are going to go here. I got to figure out how they turn to fit on these little thingies here, right? Wait a minute, maybe the wrong place. Wrong place. All right, do the right place. That's here and there. These fit on. Let me get an angle. I don't know exactly which angle. Is it the right place? It's showing them at this angle here. There we go. They definitely do fit on. Oh wait, wrong one. There's two. There's the kind that have the whole this, and the kind that don't, and they want this kind. It's probably important. Perfect. This one's gonna go like here. Perfect. And this one's gonna go like here. Perfect. Where's the one with the thing? Here it is. This one's gonna go around here. Perfect. Stuck on absolutely perfectly. Right, and now we got these 4 guys. Oh yeah, we're gonna need 4 of these. I gotta figure which decals we need because they're specific. All right, so first it wants us to put number 10 on. So there's 10 here and 12 there. All right, let's just put these on here. One. And then basically there's 2 sets. One goes one direction, one goes the other direction. 2. And a 10. No. 12. Good enough. Okay. So 10 and a 12. Okay, so if we face it this way, I might just. Right, once this one's here. This one here. I don't really matters that much. Move this one here. This one here. Yarp. Oh, that's it for bag 7. Bag 6. Bag 7 is the next bag, and we're not, you can see, we are not doing bag 7 until tomorrow, or, yeah, tomorrow. These are trash here. Let's just take a look at what we got. I'm gonna move my camera. Give me a second here to get some movement back in my legs. Oh, yeah. Moving my camera. Yeah, the Lego streams don't necessarily get a lot of commenters or viewers, but I don't care. I'm gonna build Lego on stream. I don't mind. I wouldn't personally, unless you're a really hot babe, and there are quite a few that build Lego. I'm probably not gonna watch you. But if I've seen watch somebody build Lego. Okay, so what do we build today? We basically built this entire top third probably of the hull, including lots of interior pieces. This banister here, which is kind of the top outside of the ship. This is not the interior. There's gonna be floor, I guess, over here. That eventually we're gonna build. Lots of interior detail like stairways and little tool storage stuff. And there's a barrel of things. You can still open this door, close this door. This stuff here, here we built this. We built all this stuff over here. There, it's like a barrel and a hammer and a broom there. It's pretty. And then this door, this frame here we built. This was new. This is all new here, and this whole structure here. This thing is cool here. There's a cannon there, And what happens is when you load it, this will pop up a little bit because there's a little thing down there that it touches up against. And then you load the cannon, and you'll actually be able to push down. This will raise up, and you'll push it down, and it will fire the little thing from this little cannon here. Kind of a cool secret, like they don't really tell you. But I'm not surprised that they would have fun, like little secret cannons embedded in the ship. But again, not just a cool secret cannon; it has this kind of cool firing mechanism here, which is going to be kind of cool once we're all working together. That's pretty fun. All right, so that's the build so far. There's the front of it. There's the cannon. There's the rear of it. There's the rudder and the keel. It's pretty cool. I like it. I'm liking it. It's a great kit. They just created this kit. I'm gonna see if I can reboot my microphone. I don't think I can. It's still working though. Just doesn't have the RF feature. And the mute. Can't mute. Yeah, this mic is kind of weird. It crashes. And then you have to reboot it. Like you turn off, you have to power cycle it to reboot it. It's kind of dumb, but that's all right. I don't know if it's a great mic. It works for my purposes. All right. So, boy, we've been streaming for 3 hours and 20 minutes. Wait, a second here. Get me off my screen. Get me off my own screen. I don't want to see that. We did some flying around. There's the new City Update 12 in Germany. We flew around there a bit. There were some brain games. The trivia game kind of kicked my ass. Well, I crossed it, but only 7 out of 9. That's not good for me. That's a loss. His Diet Coke is neither cold nor fizzy, but I will have to consume the rest of it because, it's the rules around here. Well, as I like to say around this time, I will be streaming more tomorrow. In fact, I had such a good time, I'm going to do the whole thing again tomorrow. 11 a.m., 11:30 a.m. Pacific Standard Time. I don't know what time that is wherever you are. But in honor of Carol Burnett show, all I'm going to say here is I'm so glad we had this time together just to have a laugh or sing a song. Seems we just get started and before you know it comes the time we have to say so long. Bye, everybody.